What's up, guys? So I am going to be calling this part 2. If you watched my last video, I started cleaning out my garage, which was a mess. I am excited with the progress that we made in here, but there's still lots more to get done. I had mentioned that I wanted to clear this back compartment stairs that we have right here. It's like a patio that leads off from our back door here, and I wanted to get this clean because this is where I would like to put the containers, the storage containers that I packed up. I think it would be a good spot for them. They would be dry, they would be away. This is sturdy enough to carry to hold them, because when we did have our boxes of school supplies on these metal shelves, I don't know, what is it called, the plastic or whatever it is, the wire that was holding it up, it kind of broke, and it did break, and so that led to it falling through, and it was just a mess. And so I don't want to put anything heavy back onto those racks, and so I'm looking for a different space for them. So in order to do that, I do need to clear this area right here. It's been a couple days since my last video, because if you watched my last video, I did tell you that 2 of my kids were sick. After that video, the next day, I got sick, and it's just been a 2-day sickness for everybody. Like my son and my oldest daughter was sick for 2 days. Then I was sick for 2 days, and then today, my middle daughter Nehemiah, who was not sick before, said that she wasn't feeling well this morning. So you know how that is when you have a big family and it just starts running through. So hopefully in 2 days for her, she'll feel better. But for now, we are going to start cleaning, or I'm going to start cleaning, pulling off all of these things. I do have a container here because I already know that I'm going to have trash. I kind of like looked through the stuff before I started this video, and I saw that I'm going to need trash, and I might need another container for donation, but I don't have a box for donation right now, so I might just go inside and get a trash bag. So I do want to turn you around and give you a recap of what we got done. So at the start of my last video, these 2 metal red racks were pushed this way, and this was in front of them because that's where we have our Accord, and it couldn't fit there because the racks were already there with my glass containers. So we got those cleared off, pushed them to the side. Now my stand-up freezer is right here. We are getting rid of this TV, but we couldn't fit it last time we brought everything. The truck was completely full, so I'm going to get this out today. But then we got all of these bins packed. I went to the store, to Walmart, and got 14 of these gray bins, and they're all stacked and ready now. These are my feed containers, and these are just canning supplies. And so I do need to find a permanent solution for these. They will not be staying in these boxes. So I was really happy with the progress that we got done in here. It took all day. It was super hot, but I was happy at the end to look out here and see that it was just, and all the trash that we took, it was and donations. The whole truck bed was completely full. Half was trash, half was donations, and we got that dropped off the next day. And so I'm really, really excited for that. And so I'm hoping that today will go just as well. It is around lunchtime right now, so my girls are inside having lunch, and I dropped my son off this morning at his baseball. He plays, what is it called, travel baseball, and he had a tournament this weekend, but since one of my daughters wasn't feeling well, I decided to just drop him off and come back home. I've been getting live updates on how they're doing. They lost their first game, but they have another game at 12:30. So this is the spot that I want to start working on. When we first moved in here, I was using this area to store all of like broken down boxes, because we had lots of boxes. You can see right there. I don't think there's any more boxes up there, but there are lots of, looks like trash and stuff that just needs to be moved. This was the old carpet from when we moved from our old house. We did change the carpet, and they had remnants, and they gave it to us, and I don't know why I've been keeping it. I don't need it for anything, so I'm going to throw that away. I got all of these pools on clearance at the end of last summer for $2 each, and I was going to use them to garden in. I have used some to garden in. Right there you can see I have ginger and a sweet potato in one, but for 2 of these I had planted tulips in them, so 1 or 2 of them still have tulip bulbs in them, which should come back next year because I didn't pull any of them. If you use tulips for cutting flowers, then you can't regrow them next year. But I didn't actually cut any of my tulips because my dogs kept getting into those beds before we got our fence up, and they were just making a mess of my garlic and my tulips. So I didn't actually pick any tulips this year. Okay, so enough talking. I'm going to start getting stuff down from here. We have dried up paint brushes. And I'm just going to be throwing this stuff down. This fishing pole needs to stay in the garage, but just not up here. So I'm going to put that to the side. In our kids' bathroom, we decided to change take the flooring out of there because there were we live in a mobile home, and we realized there was 3 floorings on top of each other. And so we took them off down to the bare original flooring. And I bought this peel and stick tile that I'll show you up close in a second. And I haven't put it down yet because the floor was really sticky. Oh my goodness, this is all of my hangers, pants hangers I've been looking for. But anyway, so I haven't put it down yet because the floor was really sticky. And then my son finally de-sticked the floor. And then also I didn't put it down because we were working. We got a new toilet in there when we moved in. And then we scraped the ceiling because it was popcorn ceiling. And so that was another reason why I didn't want to put down the flooring, because I knew it was going to get messy with popcorn ceiling scrapings. So we just scraped off the popcorn ceiling. We didn't actually finish the ceiling. And so I haven't wanted to put down the flooring, even though I definitely should. But I just haven't because I want to work my way from top to bottom. And so I feel like the flooring should be the last thing that I do in there. Oh my goodness. That was the biggest beetle. That was the biggest beetle. I could have straight up bumped my head or fell off, killed myself, hurt myself. Now I'm weary. Okay, got all that from this top shelf. Okay, now that I threw all that trash down into this brooder box, I'm just gonna work and getting it out into this plastic tote that I have for trash. So this is the adhesive that my son used to take off because there were 3 layers of peel and stick in that bathroom. And so obviously the floor was really, really sticky after he took that up. And so this is what he used to get the stickiness off of the floor. We used that in our last house too. When we sold our last house, we took up the flooring in there, and there was peel and stick in there. And it was also very sticky residue was left in the kitchen floor. And so we used that, and it worked really well. So if you have any peel and stick and you have trouble getting that sticky residue off, I would definitely recommend that. This wiry stuff is so pokey. I'm gonna leave that in there for now because I don't know what to do with it at the moment. Okay, I know this. Everything is like a possibility for a bug now. I am cleaning. Yes. What are you doing? So a couple things as I got those two shelves mostly clear. One, I found my heat lamp, my, what is it called? UV LED heat lamp. I was going to, so I bought a kit so that I could do my own gel nails, and I was completely thinking about doing my toenails the other day and could not find this. And I have no idea why it was in the garage in that particular area when all of my nail polishes and all the other things that I need was in my bedroom. Anyway, so this ceiling fan we actually took out of my daughter's room because we changed it out, but it still works and everything, and it was in really good shape. So I'm just gonna go ahead and donate this because we don't need it. And then all right here I have to do is really sweep. This was a do-it-yourself curtain that I made in my old house before we left. Right now it's all scraggled together and I couldn't really make sense of it, and so I put it here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this. I would love to use it. It was drapey and very boho-like and just looked really pretty hanging, but I don't know what I would be able to, if I would be able to fix it back on a curtain rod, or really if I would have the time, and then it's just taking up space right now and I'm trying to declutter. So another thing I noticed is these 4x4s are not, like, they're freestanding. Like, they are just right there up against the ceiling and then it goes straight down onto the ground. And so this, I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to put boxes here because these 2x4s is what was holding this top one up, and since this bottom one bolted in, it's kind of just freestanding, so nothing's really supporting this top area right here. And if you see this right here, this 2x4 has moved, because if you see where the missing paint is at, so this 2x4 was going the opposite direction and it has already moved because it is freestanding on that nail. So there's nothing really supporting this. And then if you look underneath here, nothing's supporting this. Like, that piece of wood right there is already falling down. I'm guessing it's either, if it's screwed in, the screw has fell. But yeah, this area right here is just not going to work for my storage containers like I thought, but it's still good. This is still good because now I know, and I still needed to clean that off, so we'll just have to roll with the punches, finish cleaning this off, and then think of another option for my storage container. So it's actually only been about 30 minutes. We did get those two areas cleaned off for the most part. I did sweep like the random trash. There are still some straggler pieces there, like my son's bow and arrow still there. There's still a piece of wood there, a garbage bag, but for the most part it's cleared off. I do already have one container of trash full, and I do have that ceiling fan that I want to drop off at donation. I don't feel like I'm moving as fast as I could be. Like I said, I was sick for 2 days, and so I'm just going to go ahead and take a break. I may get back to this later today or tomorrow, but for now, I'll show you what we got done. So these are the, we got these planks, these peel and stick planks from Walmart. And that's what they're going to look like to match some other planks flooring that's in the house, like that's about this color. So, okay, that top part is completely clear, but then like I said, my son's bow and arrow. So this is the second area. This is our trash pile already. I do have my fan sitting next to the trash, but it's not trash, with the other blades. So glad I found this roll of, what is it called? Painter's it's not called painter's tape, but painter's like cardboard brown paper stuff, because you can use it to lay down in the garden instead of cardboard boxes or like newspaper and stuff like that, which is what I was using it for and looking for it, but I couldn't find it and it was hiding in the garage. So because I definitely have some spots in the garden that I need to finish laying down cardboard towards the front where all those weeds are growing. So if you guys been here for a while, you guys know that we did come from living in our RV for 2 years. It was a little over 2 years, because we sold our house in August of 2019 and we got this house in October 18th of 2021. So it was about 2 years and a couple months. This is the RV we lived in. I was trying to show you guys last time, but there was a frog on the door handle. I couldn't get the ladder down, so I'm not gonna step up into the RV right now. Maybe I'll do a whole separate video showing you guys how that looked in the inside. If you guys are interested, let me know. I am going to go ahead and get this garbage and the, what is it called, ceiling fan in the truck. I am going to go inside, finish drinking my smoothie. It's beginning to get really hot out here. It's supposed to go up to like 104, I believe. And so definitely don't want to be in the heat like I was that other day. I'm already beginning to sweat. So this video was definitely shorter than I thought it was going to be, but I did get what I wanted to get cleared off. Sometimes it's just like that. You get out here thinking that you can get it done and that you feel good, and then you start and you're like, no, I don't feel good. I'm definitely going to listen to my body and not push myself. Just after I know I was sick and just with my first day feeling better, I'm not going to work too hard, so I'm just going to go in and rest. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.